Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I was actually about to do some studying and I thought it'd be a good idea to show you guys how I do my flow sheets, because those actually really help me when studying. And I'm basically just gonna show you some examples and then show you how I organize my notes into flow sheets. So let's get into it. It literally took me so long to set this up the way it is now, but I'm just gonna show you some of the old flow sheets I've done. So for example, this one was just different types of chemical mediators and inflammation, all that stuff. So I usually just start with my main headers, and then I break it down and kind of just connect everything to where it needs to go. And I don't know, it just kind of, because I'm a visual learner, so it's just easier for me to, I guess, just see the information connected to something than just read about it, I guess. But a better example is kind of this one. This one's my favorite, but it's just all the possible cardiac abnormalities there are, and then just basically everything that occurs and how it's connected. It looks way more complex than it is, and when I actually do one, you'll kind of see. But just for example, this one, atherosclerosis, splits into clotting or bleeding, and then depending on that, it kind of just goes to whatever cardiac abnormality is related to that concept. Something like this, basically. And I find this just helps me retain a lot more information because I can actually visualize this flow sheet in my head when I'm actually answering questions. So this is a rough copy of basically how I want to do the flow sheet, because the concept is shock, and then there's different types of shock. So I'm basically just gonna do the type, and then I'm gonna describe describe it basically, and then the symptomology, and then the treatment, and I'm going to do that for each one. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different types. So what I'll need is just a piece of paper, and then I have a bunch of felt tip pen with these, and then I have a bunch of markers, also love them, and then last I have I have just my notes basically, so I can fill out the information onto the flow sheet. And with flow sheets, you really just want to condense as much information as you can onto this, because there's no point on doing a flow sheet if you're just gonna write exactly what you have on your notes, because I'm basically condensing all of this into one flow sheet. So yeah, I recommend going through your notes and then just picking out key pieces of information that almost pick out the main pieces of information, so that when you look at it, it'll kind of remind you of everything else. Because the flow sheet is just a quick kind of, you look at it and then all that information floods into your head. It's a visual kind of vibe. I don't know. So I'm just gonna start with the main concept, which is shock. Okay, I think I'm okay with the concept, and you don't have to be as extra as I'm being. You can literally just write it as normal. I don't know, I like to make my notes look nice because then I actually want to study them. So yeah, but definitely to save you time, you don't have to do bubble letters and all that extra stuff, but it's just nice to do. So I have the concept in the middle, and I think I'm gonna split. I've actually never done my flow sheets this way. Usually I start at the top and then work my way down, but wanted to try something different. So I'm gonna split it into 3 directions, and these two have more attached to them. So that's why I'm putting this one at the top and then these two at the bottom, because they're gonna extend down even more. And now my headings. So my headings are hypovolemia, or hypovolemic, cardiogenic, and distributive. Those are gonna be all in uppercase letters, but they're not gonna be bubble letters like this. And now I'm just gonna refer back to my notes so then I can start filling in my hypovolemia notes. So I said I was gonna do like a description and then the symptoms and then the treatment. And then I'm gonna do that for all three of them. Okay guys, I completely changed my mind. I don't like how this is turning out. I just feel like there's not enough room and like the words are like not lined up and it's just, I don't like it. So I think I'm gonna do it this way. I usually do my flow sheets vertical anyways, so this just seems all right. So I'll have the concept at the top and then the 3 types and then branch from there. I think that kind of makes more sense in my head than whatever this is. Okay, so we're gonna branch off from here, right in the middle. So the middle one is going to be distributive and then hypovolemic and then cardiogenic. So what I do is I just put a line there and then put another line like this. Try and center it as much as possible. Try and keep it as straight as possible, but it's kind of hard. And then I just draw an arrow down, and then another arrow down like that. And I wanted the middle one to be distributive. So like I was saying before, I put my headers, I have like the main concept in bubble letters, and then I have my headers in all uppercase. So distributive, then hypovolemic, then cardiogenic. So far it looks something like this. Now I'm gonna start filling in the information. So description, symptomology, and then treatment. Okay, I've done the first one. So I just did a description, symptoms, and then treatment. There's a lot more to it, but this is just like the main points again. So with distributive, this one splits into 3 specific ones. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So I do the line again, and then the horizontal line, and then I'm gonna go like this. So 1, 2, 3. And this is gonna be for the 3 types of distributive shock. And since they're headers, they're gonna be all uppercase. So there's neurogenic, anaphylactic, and then septic. And then I'm gonna fill in the information again like this. All right, I've done these ones. This was a lot more information. Well, it's not that much information, but it just looks like a lot because it's so narrow. But next is cardiogenic, and then this one is just gonna follow the same format as this. So just a general overview, and then this one only has 1 branch, which is obstructive. Okay, I'm done putting down the information, and since it's like so bunched together, I think I'm gonna put it in boxes just so I can separate it and easily like see each separate segment. Alright, so I finished putting boxes around each thing, and now my favorite part, which is coloring it all in. So I normally just start with the title and then just go from there. Just kind of pick whatever colors I want. So I usually use these markers for like the title, and then I think I'm gonna use like my felt tip markers for the, maybe I'll do that for the boxes, and then use these markers as well for the lines. I don't know, we'll see. For the arrows, I'm picking 3 different colors, and this is important so I know what belongs to what. So this group would belong to this one, this group will belong to this one, and then this one belongs to here. I'm almost done. Now I'm just gonna go in with brown, my brown marker, and I'm just gonna go over all the headings so that they stand out. And then I'm gonna take this green marker and I'm gonna go over wherever I said symptoms and treatment, because I really want that part to stand out so that I can easily see it when I look at this. And last but not least, I'm gonna highlight important symptoms that I really wanna make sure that I notice. And I'm gonna do that in red. And yeah, so I just recommend going into the notes that you have and then just highlighting important aspects of it so that they stand out to you when you look at it. So I think I'm done. It's not my best work, but I mean, as long as I understand the information in it, that's all that matters. And this kind of just helps me group the different types. Instead of going through all these pages of notes and trying to understand it, it's just a lot easier if I just condense everything into a flow sheet. This is a closer look of it. Ignore the eraser marks. But yeah, it's a bit rough, you know, could have done a little bit better, but it's okay. Yeah, so then 3 types, and then that splits into that, and then that one goes down into that one. So that's the end of this video. I hope this is helpful to anyone, I don't know, but just kind of wanted to show you how I do them. And yeah, anyways, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a like or comment if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.